Hello class. Now we shall learn about the formats of a formal letter. Formal letters are the ones that we write for the purpose of business or some official work. So there are, just as in the case of informal letter, formal letter also has two formats of writing. That is, one is traditional format, the other one is box format. In the traditional format, we have the sender's address, the date, the subscription and the name on the right side, the receiver's address and the salutation are on the left side. In the box format, everything is on the left side. So my advice for most of you is to stick on to box format because you cannot go wrong here, as everything whatever you write is on the left side. So uh, let us discuss each element of this format in a formal letter. The first one is the sender's address. Mind you, here we do not have the name of the sender, just as in the case of informal letters. We have only the address of the sender, and the name is written after the subscription in full. So coming back, we have only the address of the sender. The address must have minimum two lines with the place, with the street, the cross, the name of the building, the number, the city, town and the pin code. All these must be written and mentioned. The second comes after the sender's address is the date. Just as in the informal letter, we will be writing 5th April with A capital and April in words and 2017. We will not be writing 5/4/2017 or 5/4/17. No marks will be awarded for such date. And then we have the receiver's address, the name of the receiver. Here it is Champion Bookstore. We are writing a letter to Champion Bookstore, so it's the name of the receiver is Champion Bookstore. Here there's another example. The name of the receiver here is Regional Manager, JetBlue Airlines. So the regional manager, the designation of the manager must be of the person must be mentioned there if the name is not known, and the whole address of the receiver. Then the salutation, then comes the subscription. I will let you will discuss about salutation and the subscription later in detail. And after that comes the signature, and below signature comes the name of the sender in full. If you have a surname, the surname must be mentioned. If you do not have a surname and only initials, then your name in full followed by initials must be mentioned. And if you play the role in certain designation, the designation must also be mentioned. So here this is how it goes. Now let us learn a little more about the salutation and the subscription. For a, this gives us the detail of salutation and subscription. A person in an official capacity or one who is not known to you. Dear sir, madam, and if you do not know the gender, it is dear sir or madam. The subscription is always yours faithfully, yours truly. If you are writing to a press, the editor of a newspaper, the salutation is sir, and this remains, subscription remains yours faithfully and yours truly. A company or a partnership, the salutation is dear sirs. The subscription remains the same in all the three cases. Yours faithfully, yours truly. One of these two. You are not supposed to write both. So here would be dear sir, dear madam, dear sirs, or sir, madam. And the subscription will be yours faithfully or yours truly. S does not have an inverted comma either before or after. Y after faithfully F is small. After Y you will have to use a comma compulsorily. And another part, very important part of this business letter or the formal letter, is the heading. This heading, or also known as the subject, can come after the salutation or before that. This heading needs to be a single line, one line description of the content. So, for example, if the receiver reads the heading, he or she will have an idea whether the letter is relevant to date or not relevant, whether it is important. So, based on that, they can go ahead with reading, considering the whole letter. So, a heading must be provided based on, so as to give information on what you are writing a letter. After the heading, you will have to write the body of the letter. The body of the letter can open like this, can contain an opening sentence. If at all you are replying to a letter which is already written, you will have to mention this has reference to your letter dated such a date. Thank you for your letter on such a date. Or if you are applying for a certain job, then I wish to apply for the position of dash advertised in the Times of India. I would like to inquire you regarding. So the first opening sentence must give, uh, you know, what is the purpose of the letter, must highlight what the purpose of the letter is, and the body of the letter must contain all the important necessary details of the letter. Say, suppose you are writing a letter to the transportation department about providing more buses to your locality, then you will have to give them your address, what time you usually commute, how many buses probably are in short, and also you will have to highlight the problems faced by other commuters of your locality, and how many more buses can be provided, or what else can be done by the transportation department in order to make commuting better. So all these details must be provided, but you will not highlight unnecessarily on a given problem more than that is what is required, but definitely to an extent that is required must be highlighted. So after the body of the letter, you will conclude by saying, we shall be expecting some positive response, or I shall be grateful if my application is considered. I'll be anxiously waiting. I hope that the letter, by my request would be considered. Or, any such formal ending must be given for the letter. So uh, this is how it goes. Uh, there's a formal letter format. So you will have the sender's address, no name. Then you have date in words. Then you have receiver's address, the name also, with the name also. Then the salutation, dear sirs, dear madam, sir, madam, dear sirs. Heading, body of the letter, subscription, yours faithfully or yours truly, and the signature, followed by your name in full, followed by your designation. So hope this video is useful to you. Thank you.